this is for reversible.
It's reversible,
But this is irreversible NCVT2.
no, this is for reversible adiabatic case. LCV dt integral is what? T1 to T2. What will be the answer? LCV dt minus T2. So A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. For all the cases we solve. And then we say net work done is WAB, WBC, WCD, WD, and upon Q net. Then we get some result like this. Eta is 1 minus T2 by T1. We rewrite it as QCD upon T2 plus QAB upon T1. And then this is written as Q by T, alternate Q by T is equal to 0. उसी चीज को फिर हम क्या करते हैं, स्मॉल स्टेप्स लेके dq में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं. If I take q by t every time, whether we take smallest element dq in that temperature and put the integral for this whole cycle. So that becomes integral dq upon t, cyclic integral dq upon t, which is 0. And that gives you ds system. Fine. So basically this ds is known as entropy change. इसी ds को हम क्या नाम देते हैं? This ds is called entropy change. So write down few terms for this. Cyclic integral of ds is equal to cyclic integral of cyclic integral draw करना है, but integral sign भी गोला एक ऐसा circle. Cyclic integral ds is cyclic integral dq upon t. dq upon t, which is equal to 0.
No, what is it?
Okay, so basically this dq upon t, which is coming as ds, is output of this Carnot cycle, which you have understood once you do that. Now, when you say this dq upon t is 0, what is the meaning of it? Any property for whose value cyclic integral of property is 0, that is a state function.
Okay.
Right. Any property for which we can write cyclic integral d property is 0, that is
So what is the cyclic integral? How does it differ from a
so
normal integral?
normal integral is let's say you're doing integration, you get the limits, this to this. Cyclic means on the complete area which you have shown there. So this is for the whole area which we have mentioned here, right? So cyclic integral d property is equal to 0. That means this particular property is a state function. So now you know state functions like du is a state, u is a state function. So what is cyclic integral du will be? It will be 0. Likewise, what is cyclic integral ds and dh? They're all 0. Okay. Cyclic integral of dg is how much? That's also 0. So note down. Since all of them are state function, their values are 0. But how about work done? Cyclic integral of work is non-zero because work is not a state function. It is a path function. Because work change कर जाएगा if you change the path, work will change. Is that okay? Just note down this information. All right. So what is the learning for the current discussion? We can say if you can write for any property cyclic integral d property 0, that means that property is a state function. Okay. So if we say cyclic integral du is 0, u is a state function, dh is 0, h is a state function, ds is 0, s is a state function, dg is 0, g is a state function. dw is not 0, that means w is not a state function. Okay, it's a path function. ये समझ में आया? अच्छा, अब एक आगे बढ़ते हैं. So let's do the next discussion, which is on so right now entropy. Write the heading entropy. Entropy is degree of disorderness or degree of randomness or degree of chaos. Degree of disorderness, degree of randomness or degree of chaos. You can minimize because nobody's there, right? So you can minimize that window. No, the first one. First one. Yeah, perfect. Yes, perfect. So, degree of disorderness, degree of randomness, or degree of chaos. What is the meaning of it? See, you observe anything. Let's say, for instance, we take a glass of water and we stir it well, like with some spoon. Let's say we just start moving that water. What will happen? You are going to create more randomness in the still water. Okay, you throw a stone in a stationary pond. What will happen? Waves will be created. Okay, they will move from center to periphery. That means you are creating randomness or disorderness. In simple words, if you introduce anything in nature, that always creates randomness. You do whatever process. Let's say I'm just raising my hand. It's increasing entropy of universe. Whatever you do, it will increase entropy of universe. So all the natural processes will always be irreversible and they will always increase entropy. It's a very valid fact. ठीक है, अभी इसने गर्दन हिलाई तो इसने entropy बढ़ा दी universe की. You are again doing this, you are increasing the entropy. So whatever you do, you are always increasing, you are adding on entropy of universe. Okay. Global warming, climate change, सब क्या है? Entropy of universe is increasing. It is tending to the maximum value, right? Increasing, 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 increasing. Where there is no limit, right? It will keep on increasing. Is that clear? So that you have to understand. Now, next part. When solids become liquid, then Sanjay, some practice, I think, here.
Music.
Okay. Interhouse. Okay, what is interhouse?
Like we have houses in school.
No, so there is some function going to happen.
No, so we have competitions, inter-house competitions.
Acha.
Yeah. So music.
Solid to liquid, what will happen? Can we say entropy will increase? Liquid to gas, entropy will increase. Liquid gas, but not gas can energy other. Okay.
So symbol.
S. Capital S. Gas molecules are increasing, what will happen? Entropy will increase. Okay. Number of gas molecules are increasing, it will increase. You take one molecule and dissociate into more pieces, it will increase the entropy. You take many things, convert it into one, you are reducing the entropy. Okay. So when you talk about polymerization, it's decrease in entropy. Now there are two terms that you have to understand very clearly. I'll give an example, just try to understand with that. Okay. Let's say a student comes from his school and then he puts bag in one corner, shoes in other corner, okay, himself or herself in another corner. Okay, so what will happen? The entropy of room will be less or more? More. But what is the entropy of the person? Is he taking any pain?
No.
Is he taking any consideration or any tension to put things in the right place? No. Person aram se chill kar raha ho, right? So entropy of the person is what? Less. Entropy of the room is high. So room is your system, person is surrounding, or person is a system, room is surrounding. Anyway, you can consider it, right? This is what you have to keep in mind. So when I say polymerization is reducing the entropy of what? System. But corresponding surrounding, it will be other way around. Okay. And system and surrounding becomes universe, which is called delta S universe. So whatever changes there happening in system, plus whatever changes happening in surrounding, put together is called change happening in the universe.
So could you explain when entropy decreases?
Yeah, entropy will decrease in like polymerization. Multiple things are becoming one. So basically the entropy of that particular system is going to decrease.
So when you are explaining a person's status, this thing, like
Yeah.
why
So-
is the person's will be less?
Okay, why it is less? Now see other way around. A person who is very well organized, right? So he's putting things in the right place. So the room's entropy is less.
Okay.
But the person has to take tension for everything.
Because
He has to arrange things. Shoes मेरे को यहीं पे रखना है, bag मेरे को इधर ही रखना है, मेरे को यहाँ पे बैठना है, right? So you understand? So the person's entropy will be what? Very higher. Rooms will be lesser. So one is compensating other. This is how things proceed, right?
So basically, if system entropy increases, surrounding the entropy decreases.
We can say that. Okay.
So
But
there's no
both
change in the universe's entropy then.
I'm coming to that. That is for reversible process. Because reversible process, the system and surrounding will exactly having same increase and decrease. And hence cancel out and become zero. And reversible process, we know, is hypothetical process. There is nothing reversible. The reversible process what? It's an ideal hypothetical situation. That is reversible. It's an ideal hypothetical situation. Correct or not? So write down one line. First you complete this and I'll make you write that line. Polymerization is clear. Pressure is increased. क्या चल रहा है भाई यार क्या हो गया इसको So pressure you increase. If you increase pressure, temperature will increase. That's one case, right? Other cases, you increase the pressure, temperature is constant. That's a case number 2. If temperature is constant, we know that if pressure is increased, volume will reduce. Because P and V are moving in opposite direction, right? So if pressure is increased, temperature is also increasing, then entropy will increase. But if pressure is increased, temperature is constant, volume is decreasing. Now see, you have this vessel. You are increasing pressure. Vessel's volume is lesser now. So the molecules are moving in a smaller volume. Is it? Are they paying attention to this? So this volume is becoming half, let's say. Now they're moving in half of the volume. So what will happen to the entropy? It will be reduced. Both the cases note down. Pressure increase, temperature increase. Pressure increase, temperature constant, volume reduce, entropy will be lesser. Temperature increase, it will increase. Atomicity is higher, entropy is higher. So let's say you have 1 mole of gas NO and 1 mole of gas N2. Provided we have the same atoms. Don't compare N2 with CO2. I'm comparing NNO with NNO, different combination. So NO and N2, if you compare, N2 will be higher because N2 has more number of atoms, right? So more degree of freedoms will be involved. More number of atoms are involved, right? So randomness will be higher. Note down this also. So these are certain points for entropy or disorderness. Any difficulty in this?
The first one, if you go from liquid to solid, entropy will decrease.
Liquid to solid will be decreasing.
So, but noise will anyways come now because it's shared space. So one noise always comes because the space is shared.
No, you should not shout. Shout like that. You can do work, there's no problem. Does not work. No. We are also doing. My voice will not go outside. So entropy of system plus entropy of surrounding is entropy of universe. Right on this point. Entropy of system plus entropy of surrounding is entropy of universe. So basically, system plus surrounding is universe. Okay. Note on point 1. Entropy of system plus entropy of surrounding is entropy of universe. change in entropy of system plus change in entropy of surrounding is zero if it is a reversible process. Okay. So basically, reversible process, what is going to happen? By default, reversible process does not do any change in entropy of universe. But reversible is hypothetical. It's an ideal situation. So if system is increasing, surrounding will decrease. If system is decreasing, surrounding will increase. Understand? So let's say one is increasing by x value, other will decrease by x value. Or other is decreasing by x value, other will increase by x value. Overall, they will say plus x minus x is 0. Or minus x plus x is 0.
So why is reversible?
Irreversible. Because reversible processes are not building any kind of entropy. Why it is not building? Because for reversible case, you have proved integral ds system is what? 0. Few minutes back we have discussed, right? That Carnot cycle part. So integral ds system is 0 means what? It's a state function. And for that whole part, if you just move across, it's not changing the universe things, right? Come to the next part. In nature, all processes are irreversible. In nature, all processes are irreversible, and entropy of universe is ever increasing to become maximum.
So what will happen if it reaches maximum?
It will not reach maximum. It is always tending to become maximum. That's why the word is ever increasing. Okay. It's like it's just keep on shooting up. Okay. And in nature, there is nothing reversible. Even if you say it is reversible, it is not correct, right? Everything is irreversible in nature. You can say water cycle is there, you can say nitrogen cycle is there, but these are cycles. They're not reversible process. It's not like the water which will be evaporated in exactly same way, it will come back and all. No, it's just a cycle, right? No reversibility is ensured in any process in nature. So just to summarize the whole discussion, in nature, everything is irreversible. Since everything is irreversible, for all the cases, entropy of universe is increasing. If entropy of universe is increasing, it is tending towards the maximum value, right? Any difficulty in that part? Any issues in this? Okay. So, can we say delta system plus delta surrounding is non-zero for natural process or irreversible cases? Or can we also say it is more than 0? Okay. Delta system plus delta surrounding is 0, which is for delta's universe, which is reversible case. So, this is the summary of our discussion.
You can't have entropy negative.
Entropy of system or surrounding?
Anything.
It can be negative, why not?
Like entropy of the universe.
Universe cannot be negative.
It cannot be negative.
Universe cannot be negative, for sure. Universe, the best case scenario is 0.
When
Best case scenario is 0 if it is reversible process.
so that's when maybe like entire universe is at absolute zero, then nothing happens at all. Then
Yes, we can say, see, reversible process, इसको थोड़ा और deeply समझो. Reversible process means what? Everything is having quasi-static.
some movement.
Okay? Infinite is similarly slow. So आपने एक बार यहाँ से let's say उसके ऊपर रखा एक m mass रखा dm mass, it's moving very slowly. It's not doing any exchange with surrounding. So in such processes, universe entropy is as it is. It's not changing. That is only reversible processes. So ये पूरी बात पर समझ में आनी चाहिए. First, is it clear? Then we can proceed further. So now if it is clear, let's come back and write case by case करेंगे, solve करेंगे questions and try to understand. Write on the first question. 1 mole of an ideal gas is expanded isothermally. 1 mole of ideal gas is expanded. I just get what? Isothermally.
Is that same question? Just give me the full one.
करिए सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करिए.
So if process is
reversible, second is
Oh.
irreversible. 2 questions है. अब फॉर्मूला आपको सारे पता है. How do you get delta system? So you know ds is dq by t. ds is dq by t for reversible case. dq मेरे को पता है isothermal का कितना होता है? नहीं dq no होता है du 0 होता है. du is dq plus dw. dq is minus dw. And minus w is 3 dp. Because dw is minus p dp. और p का वैल्यू कितना है? Minus nRT upon v. If you talk about ideal gas. So रखो और solve करो. बताओ डेल्टा सिस्टम का फॉर्मूला क्या है?
What's the formula for S?
ds is dq upon t.
Or
Right?
dq?
ds is dq upon t. dq की वैल्यू वहां से रख लो.
Reversible.
Reversible. dq is how much? du plus p dv. du तो 0 हो गया. So p dv upon t. p is how much? Per ideal gas. nRT by v.
Can't I use the find the work done? Sir,
It's okay.
So then you integrate.
P is nRT capital letter. T capital letter. And see, this is upon v, no? So this whole thing upon v. This side you have done upon v. This side also you should upon v, no? The whole thing. Or you say just this is dq. Just cut t here. dq is du plus v.
Yeah, that's what I
Ah. Integral. This is what you notice ds. This is ds. Now get delta s. Integrate both sides. कितना आ रहा है आधे?
10 no, wait, 10.
Give your answer in terms of R.
10.
R ln 10. Good. This is what delta s.
System.
So right, delta system is R ln 10.
The surrounding is minus 10.
Minus R ln 10.
Because the surrounding is 0 for the reversible.
dq का वैल्यू वहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, टी से टी कैंसिल हो जाएगा. dq अपॉन टी में जो अपॉन टी और ऊपर जो टी था वो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. So your formula should come nr ln v2 by v1. ऐसा कुछ फॉर्मूला आ रहा हो इंटीग्रेट करके.
Sir,
Yeah.
but is it possible S equals U by T?
ds is dq by t. That's for reversible case now. You can apply this.
For irreversible,
You can't apply this.
that's not the case.
Think.
So you're minus ln 10 on it.
Huh?
Minus ln.
For system.
Yes.
Why minus system?
Plus.
Minus
ds is dq. dq is how much? dq is
this is something.
p dq. तो minus sign यहाँ पे कैसे आ गया?
Because P is minus nRT.
नहीं, p is not minus nRT. p is nRT by v.
Oh,
और r is छोटा कहाँ से आ रहा है? r तो universal gas constant होगा. r capital करो. r capital. Pass it. R पहले लिख लो. So ln 10 r में ना वो ऐसा लग रहा है r उसके अंदर चला गया. Or you put a bracket ln 10 then bracket and then keep r outside. You getting the same answer? No? Sure. What you've done? dq is minus dw, dw is minus pdv. So you put, what is dq? अच्छा dw solve करने का
Right.
dq is minus dw, so यहाँ पे plus pdv हो जाएगा.
What?
dw is minus pdv. Minus or minus pdv is what? Plus pdv. So dq is what? nRT by vdv. ds is what?
Okay,
dq by t.
Minus this value.
ds निकाला फिर. So this upon t, t cancel हो जाएगा. So बचा क्या? nr dv upon v. nr dv upon v का integral nr ln v2 by v2. Complete. Complete and show. Go to irreversible case. Cut it, right on the next page, no problem. R ln 10 is delta S system. What is delta S surrounding? Minus R ln 10. What is delta S universe? 0. So पहला आप देख लो solution. आपने ऐसा लिखा ds is dq reversible upon t, dq reversible is due plus pdv upon t. pdv को लिख दिया आपने nRT upon v. Just see. इंटीग्रेट किया इंटीग्रल ds system is this formula. ये फॉर्मूला नोट कर लीजिए, डायरेक्टली यूज कर सकते हैं. डेल्टा एस सिस्टम इज nr ln v2 by v1. किसके लिए वैलिड फॉर्मूला? Isothermal reversible case. ठीक है. Direct formula is valid. If you see the Q value, it was nRT ln v2 by v. Check your answer because that was t times that number, right? ln 9 by delta.
For the second dice.
ln Q bar.
What is it also?
No, ln won't come actually because you don't integrate.
Now see the next part. Minus delta surrounding was delta system, delta surrounding of minus nr ln v2 by v1. Delta universe comes 0. First part is clear. Everybody. पहले यहाँ तक कंफर्म हो गया. कोई प्रॉब्लम तो होता है. Any issues? Any problem? Any difficulty? No issues? अब irreversible try करो. सोचो कैसे निकाल सकते हो. शाम समझ में है? आद्य, everybody clear? चलिए second part की तरफ बढ़ते हैं. Try to answer second part of it. एक बात बताओ. In reversible case, what is the starting point? What pressure and what temperature? What volume? Temperature is 0, correct. But what was the initial pressure?
10.
Okay. What is the final pressure?
1.
In irreversible case, what is the initial pressure?
10.
What is the final pressure?
1.
In irreversible, what is temperature change? Irreversible.
0.
0. Same temperature. Initial, final temperatures are same. So what will happen to volume? Pressure is same, temperature. Initial and final. Whatever initial volume was there. No, whatever initial volume was there for reversible.
Yeah.
Oh, volume increase.
And you are going to irreversible. Whatever is the volume and reversible. Same will be the volume for irreversible also. Value, why will it be same, T same, so we will the same over. Top and bottom we will not match. I'm not telling that. I'm saying that reversible starting point, irreversible starting point are same. Reversible endpoint, irreversible endpoint are also same. Do you agree with this? And this property, delta system is a state function. So देखिए, delta system is a state function. If it is a state function, does it matter that you go from reversible route or irreversible route?
No.
So what is the answer?
Same.
So delta system will be same. लिख लो. Delta system is a state function. Just see this, what I've written. Write like this. Delta system is a state function. You are starting from 10, 300 to 1300 in both the situations, be it reversible, be it irreversible. So since my endpoints are same, my delta system will be same. Since it is a state function. समझ में आ रही बात है? बहुत बेसिक सी बात है, कर लोगे इतना। तो आंसर क्या होगा फर्स्ट पार्ट का? RLN10, no second thought. Delta system is NRLN V2 by V1, ये फॉर्मूला लग जाएगा. N is 1, R is R, ln V2 by V1 is P1 by P2, P1 by P2 is 10 by 1, so answer is RLN10. सीधे सीधे कर लोगे. ये समझ में आता है V2 by V1 is P1 by P2, because P1 by P2 is P2 by 2, because T is constant. I hope this part is clear. अच्छा जी. What is delta S surrounding? Now this is interesting. So right now, delta S surrounding is written with minus Q irreversible upon temperature. Note, delta S surrounding is minus Q irreversible upon temperature. Minus Q irreversible upon temperature. Where Q irreversible indicate heat exchange with the surrounding. Q irreversible indicates heat exchange with the surrounding. अब आपको मैंने ये फॉर्मूला दे दिया, यहां से आप खुद सॉल्व कर सकते हो. बोलो डेल्टा यू इज क्यू प्लस डब्ल्यू. अच्छा जी, डेल्टा यू खुद कितना है? हाउ मच इज डेल्टा यू? 0. तो क्यू कितना हो जाएगा?
माइनस W.
माइनस डब्ल्यू. सो माइनस क्यू क्या हो जाएगा?
W.
डब्ल्यू. और डब्ल्यू का वैल्यू कितना है रिवर्सिबल केस में? हाउ मच इज डब्ल्यू?
minus RC and then
नहीं भाई, इरिवर्सिबल आइसोथर्मल चेक करो.
And then minus.
minus NRT and then
माइनस पी एक्सटर्नल V2 minus V1 is the work done.
1 minus 1 by
Minus
P.
P external V2 minus V1 is the work done. So P external V2 minus V1 is the minus work done.
Yeah.
That value you can put, right? Solve the numbers.
so you get minus NRT and then 9 by 10.
LN कहाँ से आ रहा है? अभी LN कहाँ? फिर मैं बोल रहा हूँ LN क्यों आ रहा है?
So if you
इसमें LN कहाँ है बेटा? क्या बोल रहे हो?
sorry, it's so 9 by 10
9 by 10 R. प्लस है ना माइनस साइन?
plus
फिर से सोचो.
minus
माइनस Q irreversible upon T. Minus Q irreversible upon T. Pressure is becoming 10 to 1. Pressure 10 से 1 हो रहा है तो क्या हुआ ये केस? Expansion का केस हुआ ना?
Compression.
So do it. सीधे कैसे लिख दिया आपने? लिखो तो यूज करो. हाँ? Right here, no? What do you know? I also want to see. मन में कर लेता आधी चीजें. Is for?
irreversible.
So this is whose formula? This is for?
But this is the work done in irreversible case. Isothermal.
So upon T to
And for S.
P external is P2.
P external can be taken as P2.
So that's 1. And V2 minus V1. It's 10 minus 1 because you take ratio of.
No, that is pressure. It's not
You
volume.
have to put minus
We have to put V is NRT by P. करो solve करो. So you can say delta is Q plus W. You see, minus Q upon T is W upon T. W is minus external V2 minus V1 upon T, right? Values हो जाएंगी सारी. Then you'll put the numbers. P external is P2. इसको note कर लीजिए पूरा एक बार. And V2 is NRT upon P2. V1 is NRT upon P1. Upon T में सारे T cancel हो जाएंगे. NR बाहर चला जाएगा. N का value 1 given है. R है. अब values रख दीजिए. Try to simplify the whole thing. P2 is 1. So P2 upon P2 is 1. Minus P2 upon P1 is 1 by 10. So 1 minus 1 by 10 is 9 by 10. R is the 9 by 10 R. Check करके देखो सारी values. This number, if you solve, you should get this, which is this, which is this. Please confirm. हो गया? कंप्लीट कर लीजिए। Complete. ओके, कर पाएंगे? कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है तो बताइए। नो प्रॉब्लम। कितना सॉल्व में आया पूरा क्वेश्चन? रिवर्सिबल, इरिवर्सिबल, नो डाउट, वेरी गुड। चलो अब ये समझ में आ गया तो एक आगे बढ़ते हैं, वन स्टेप अहेड। सॉल्व। Delta surrounding is defined as minus heat exchange from surrounding upon temperature. So this again comes from other relations in thermodynamics. So we can use that as a direct formula. Delta surrounding is minus Q exchange with surrounding upon T.
The both these are only for action formation.
No, this minus Q exchange upon T is for everywhere. But the front one is like will change.
This is only for
Yes, it will change case by case. So try to answer this question.
so you can use formula for both reversible and irreversible.
So the standard formula is TS system is dq upon T.
Okay.
That is always visible. And the standard formula is delta surrounding is minus Q irreversible upon T. That can always be used in all the cases. So try to use it.
Then why do they specify non-linear triatomic?
Gamma is 4 by 3. I gave you gamma directly 4 by 3. But it's a non-linear thing. It will have degree of freedom, translational 3, rotational 3. You've done right?
Yeah.
And vibrational will be 3 and minus 6. But vibration is non-active, so only 6 will be considered. And gamma is 1 plus 2 by f. F is 6, so 1 plus 2 by 6 is 4 by 3. I gave you directly gamma is 4 by 3. Gamma is also called Poisson's ratio. It's called Poisson's ratio. Why are you applying formula?
Find final temperature.
And why are you doing that?
Because
Isn't temperature constant?
No.
I know. It's just zero.
एडियाबैटिक
Just
क्यू जीरो है तो सॉल्व क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग एडियाबैटिक का क्यू कितना होता है जीरो
Yeah.
तो dq अपॉन
So
टी क्या होगा जीरो अपॉन
zero.
टी जीरो अपॉन टी का इंटीग्रल क्या होगा जीरो कुछ सॉल्व भी नहीं करना है इसमें सो रिवर्सिबल केस डेल्टा सिस्टम इज जीरो डेल्टा सराउंडिंग इज जीरो डेल्टा इज यूनिवर्स इज जीरो सो पहला तो ऐसे सॉल्व किया
So for
Come
all
to irreversible.
huh? For all anti-biotic, it's like that.
for reversible part all three are zero zero and zero yes or no why surrounding zero because it's not exchanging heat from surrounding adiabatic is a cut off no so surrounding से तो exchange हो ही नहीं सकता so zero हो जाएगा so delta system is zero because dq is zero dq upon t is your formula no dq itself is zero the integral of dq upon t क्या होगा zero ही होगा ना ये भाई लगा हुआ बिल्कुल सॉल्व कर देगा सब कुछ तो so note down delta system is zero delta surrounding is zero delta universe is zero नहीं तीनों नहीं से होगा लिखो यहाँ पर लिखो लिखो प्लीज राइट डाउन बाहर अरे अभी अंडरस्टूड है 2 महीने बाद ये सब अंडरस्टूड से अंडरगॉन हो जाएगा लिखो लिखने में बहुत आप लोग पेन लेते हो देखो इसकी फॉर्मूला वन में बोलिए
Everything is there.
yeah everything is there that is a good formula no all formula you can revise
Like not just formula.
and the questions are also there
Yeah.
okay good चलो irreversible case solve करो
Sure, but delta Q is just zero, right?
हाँ but मेरा formula क्या ds irreversible is can I use ds irreversible as dq upon t no I can't that is not that is only valid for ds system is dq reversible upon t it cannot be dq irreversible upon t now in the previous case it was same because our pressure and temperature conditions were same is this same this time also is the temperature of reversible same as reversible are you reaching to the same end condition answer is no
Now you need to calculate that.
हाँ अब कैलकुलेट करना होगा नहीं वो नहीं चलेगा बिकॉज वो रिवर्सिबल का है
P to the power 1 minus gamma.
वो नहीं चलेगा दैट इज फॉर रिवर्सिबल द अदर वन व्हिच इज फॉर इरिवर्सिबल
230 times. Is temperature.
सॉल्व कर ले भाई सॉल्व करके दिखाओ
Minus P external.
minus p external v2 minus v1 is ncv t2 minus t1 then you put t1 t2 is not known v2 minus v1 is nrt2 upon p nrt2 upon p2 nrt1 upon p1 all these values you put simplify that and solve that equation get temperature huh? no solve
So T is minus T1 by gamma minus 1.
It's the same value.
solve
So 16,300.
That's a form. That's T2 minus T1 by gamma minus.
Huh?
T2 minus T1 by gamma minus.
we simplify you can always simplify the formula is ncv t2 minus t1 is minus p external v2 minus v1
That's the same value.
then decide हाँ तो एक बार सॉल्व करो ना यार क्या दिक्कत है एक बार और सॉल्व कर लो प्रैक्टिस रहेगी थोड़ी आपको कोई आ रहा है उधर से
So you know that wall is about to fall down, like
Yeah.
the other room, the big one, before like that door thing, the entire thing is shaking. Like it's loose from top. Like the AC vent also fell down.
Yeah, then they put it back.
Aditya closed the door normally only, not even had it felt. Then we tried putting it back and then go.
करी
for 230.
It's a
Repeat it. Good. इतना ही करना है.
What is T2?
that's what you're finding.
Oh,
You're finding.
T2 ही निकालना है. Once you get T2, you will know the end condition. फिर क्या करना मैं बताता हूँ. पहले T2 मत मारना.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
No, if you can try, but
Is there a formula?
no, we will derive a formula. Sorry. कैसे पता ये इतना ही होगा? Solve करो. T2. बहुत शॉर्ट चलता है भाई बच्चा.
This one also go there.
ये शक्तियाँ आपके पास ही है. दिव्य शक्तियाँ, अलौकिक शक्तियाँ. इतनी दूर का सोचना बड़ा मुश्किल है. कुछ तो गड़बड़ कर दिया. माइनस कैसे आ गया हम?
Well, this is minus.
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. 900 on this. कुछ गड़बड़ लग रही है. हाँ not this one. That is 300 or 800?
300 by 60. Yes. 980. 9. Oh.
So,
First everyone reach to that level.
So 2 to 9 point something, so you round down.
So see, the first case, एक बार मैं रिवाइज कर देता हूँ. Reversible case DQ0, DQ point T0, DS system is DQ point T0, delta system is 0, delta surrounding is 0, delta is universe is 0. ये तो reversible हो गया. So कोई problems? Clear? Irreversible में आ जाओ. DS system is not equal to DQ irreversible upon T. You should be very clear about it. ऐसा कोई formula नहीं. So end points of reversible and irreversible are not same. लिख लो उसको note करो. Your end points are what? 16 atmosphere 300 Kelvin. You are going to 1 atmosphere 230 Kelvin. If it is reversible, you are going to 150 Kelvin. If it is irreversible, going to 230 Kelvin, right? अभी हमने 230 solve किया है. Reversible करते तो कितना आंसर आता? 150 Kelvin. Remember? So your end points are not same. If your end points was same, then my answer would have been same. If you go to 150 Kelvin, your answer would have been 0. Reversible case.
When you calculate
If you calculate the reversible case,
that
you
got
that this formula. You get 150, then answer would have been same as in 0. Delta system should have been matched, but it was not same condition. Hence, we cannot say that our delta system will match. So the question is, what is not matching, what we can do? So answer is, you have to solve with any general process. अब general process क्या होता है? General process is we have to use something which is not limited to just adiabatic condition, which is one place to other place via any reversible process. How can we calculate the value of what do you call ds? Okay, so write down ds is ये general formula, सबके लिए valid. Okay, कोई specific चीज के लिए नहीं, सभी के लिए valid है. Write down ds is, and please note down, and please write down this part also. DS system is not equal to dq reversible upon t. Write down end point of reversible, irreversible are not same. Write down what are the end points of reversible, what are the end points of reversible. Note कर लो सारी चीजें please. ठीक है, फटाफट नोट कर लो. देन एक ब्रेक ले लो, फिर इसको उसके ब्रेक के बाद ही करते हैं आराम से. फर्स्ट इसको कंप्लीट कर लो. यहाँ तक सभी लोग नोट करो, देन टेक अ ब्रेक, देन विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर. यहाँ तक कर लो. ओके.
So it's actually the same formula, just written differently.
It's the same formula, but now this time I can't use dq0 I can't say du is 0.
Like dq is du plus pdv.
Correct. And then we will try to integrate this as a general form.
Sure, how do we get 150?
With that t power gamma p power 1 minus gamma constant. That is reversible applicable, right?
We
So
didn't
reverse-
write that though. Right?
Yeah, we remember, we can find out and check, but those numbers will not match. That is 150, this is 230. So now you know already that in isothermal case, endpoints meet, endpoints match. But in this case, endpoints will not match. So your answer cannot be applied directly. Clear? Break lyrics at this point, but then start. You can just keep the video and audio off.
Second term will be NR ln v2 by v1.
Yes, NRLN V2 by V1. So integration become N से भी LN V2 by V1 plus NRLN V2 by V1. अब एक और चीज बताओ, यहाँ तक कुछ भी मैंने स्पेसिफिक किसी की बात की है? इट्स अ जनरल थिंग. एक फर्स्ट लॉ यूज किया, फर्स्ट लॉ मतलब dq is dv dv is फर्स्ट लॉ, थर्मोडायनेमिक्स यूज किया, वैल्यूज रख दी, इंटीग्रेट कर दिया, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग.
The first law, delta U equals
Yeah.
U plus W.
Yeah, dq is dv. Okay, now any difficulty in this? So integration will come like this. We solve the whole thing. Just see, check your results. यहाँ तक पहुंच जाओ पहले सभी लोग. ठीक है. अच्छा जी, CV का वैल्यू कितना है? 3R. Why CV is 3R? R upon gamma minus 1. Gamma is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 minus 1 is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 का 3 ऊपर जम करके जाएगा 3R बन जाएगा. लिख के देख. CV is R upon gamma minus 1 is right. CV is R upon gamma minus 1. So एक बार आप सॉल्व करेंगे तो CV का वैल्यू 3R आता है कि नहीं? चेक. Gamma is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 minus 1 is 1 by 3. 3R हो जाएगा हमारी. अच्छा जी, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया. अब मेरे को एक चीज बताइए, डेल्टा S which we have got is applicable for all general cases. If the case is isothermal, what will happen? T1 and T2 will be
What?
same. T1 upon T2 is 1
Why?
or T1 T2 is same. So what is ln of T1 T2 upon T1?
0.
So what is the first term becoming here?
0.
So what is the formula coming up?
NRLN V2 by V1.
यही तो यूज किया था isothermal में. Check your formula.
Yeah.
Which you have used.
Yeah.
NRLN V2 by V1. If the same thing is isochoric, isochoric means second one becomes
Second
0.
zero.
What is the formula?
NCVLN V2.
नोट कर लीजिए, लिख लीजिए. In case of isothermal, T2 will be equal to T1. First term becomes 0. Formula becomes delta S isothermal is NRLN V2 by V1.
Volume 0.
Yeah, volume is not changing. Volume is not changing. Temperature is not changing. Basically, T1 T2 are same. So volume is not changing. It's isochoric. If volume is not changing, it's isochoric. V2 by V1 ln will be 0. So the second term becomes 0. Answer becomes NCVLN T2 by T2. ये सब किसकी वैल्यूज है? डेल्टा एस आइसोथर्मल, डेल्टा एस आइसोकोरिक. क्लियर?
The system.
ऑफ द सिस्टम, ऑफ द सिस्टम. समझ में आया? पूरा कॉन्सेप्चुअली क्लियर हो रहा है? एंड दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एक्चुअली बिकॉज मेनी क्वेश्चंस विल कम फ्रॉम दिस एरिया इन एग्जाम आल्सो. सो नाउ यू नो आइसोथर्मल ट्रीटमेंट, नाउ यू नो adiabatic treatment, now you know isocoric treatment. Coming to the current question. Current question was, we are going from 16 atmosphere 300 Kelvin to 1 atmosphere 150 Kelvin. That was irreversible. Sorry, that was reversible. 16 atmosphere 300 Kelvin to 1 atmosphere 230 Kelvin. That was irreversible. So we were solving irreversible case. And for irreversible case, we are supposed to solve delta S system. So which formula will be applied? This formula. In this formula, what is our T2 and what is our T1? Can we say 230 and 300? Check कर लीजिए. 230 and 300 values note करो. Values put करो वहाँ पे. Just please pass that charger from laptop. Yeah, thank you. So you can put values. It becomes 3 NR ln 230 by 300. देखो 230 क्यों लिखा मैंने? Because T2 is 230. And what is T1? Check this part first. T1 was 300. Correct pattern formula. Is that okay? Second side, NR ln V2 by V1. Now, how will you solve V2 upon V1? P1 V1 upon T2. T1 is P2 V2 upon T2. Right? P1 V1 upon T1 is P2 V2 upon T2. Why? P1 V1 upon R T1 is N. P2 V2 upon R T2 is N. Moles are not changing, moles are same. So since your moles are same, then you can use this formula. Now V2 upon V1 comes out how much? P1 upon P2 into T2 by T1. अब मेरे को बताओ सबकी वैल्यू पता है. P1 कितना मेरा 16, P2 is 1, T2 is how much? 230, T1 is how much? 300. Please note down all the values. 16 से 1 पे गए, 300 से 230 पे गए. तो वैल्यूज मेरे को सारी पता है. Can I keep this value in terms of V2 by V1 here? Check please. Will that be your answer for delta system? Is it a general statement? Are we going from one random position to other random position, which is not adiabatic reversible case? Hence, delta system cannot be called zero. Are you okay? ये पूरा क्वेश्चन को समझ में एक बार हैंड रेज कर दो अगर समझ में आया सो कोई डाउट भी पूछ लो
Sir, how do you calculate error?
दैट्स द नेक्स्ट स्टेप फर्स्ट यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस और नॉट ये कंप्लीट करो ये पूरा सही नहीं बेटा दिस इज P2 by V1 here it is formula is V2 by V1 so you have to write this CCC
Oh, that temperature will also
that will also come into multiplication no 16 into 230 by 300 into that कर लेंगे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता how to solve this it's again a difficulty plus y okay fine okay एक बार वापस से कंट्रोल टैब कमांड टैब
Command help. Context.
yeah and go to the zoom part yeah second one back to the meeting no, up no left below
Orange color.
orange one
Yeah, this
back to the
one.
meeting
Yeah.
correct click कुछ नहीं हो रहा हाँ
This
This
one.
line.
No, this is the quizzer.
this one मैंने asking एक बार zoom पे क्लिक करना होगा
it's on the below that. There is a meeting end.
just show
I know, yeah, it's still there.
yeah please keep thank you is it clear so delta system is this delta surrounding is how much minus q irreversible upon t that is the standard result now remember how much heat you are exchanging with surrounding in adiabatic no heat exchange from surrounding so right heat exchange from surrounding is 0 no exchange of heat from surrounding hence my q irreversible value is 0 so what is delta surrounding
So why is no text?
because in adiabatic process what is the value of q
0.
what is that q heat supply it's 0 so exchange from surrounding is how much nothing
0.
okay so I'm using direct formula that minus q irreversible upon t is 0 system is this surrounding is this universe will be how much system plus surrounding without even solving the first information can you say the first information cannot be negative ये तो बोल सकते हैं ना अपन कि negative नहीं है first information first information has to be positive why because delta zeros can never be negative and by chance you get negative that means you're doing something wrong you get the point so you add both the numbers your values will look like this if you simplify your values will come this कर लीजिए एक बार अपने आप को complete करा
How do you solve that ln part?
yeah I'm just keeping it at ln 23 by 30 they will give the value don't worry.
Oh, okay. That.
Okay. And ln 16 I'm writing ln 2 power 4. Always this is becoming 4 ln 2. Just see the calculation.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to simplify this whole thing.
Oh.
Okay. Simplify कर लो लिख लो value. Any problem with this? Delta's universe is clear. Delta system is clear. Delta surrounding is also clear. Okay. Now, come to the next part, third part, free expansion. Right now, free expansion. When definitions are no free expansion, then you can do it yourself. Free expansion is when you expand against zero external pressure. When you expand gas against zero external pressure, that means P external is zero. So what is the work done value for this? Zero. What is the work done value for this? Zero. Hello. 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 there. एक बार आप वापस कोशिश करो मेरे को दे दो या हाँ नीचे वेट कर रहा ओके ट्राई करो P external is zero.
Zero.
The work is zero, then minus Q is zero.
Exactly.
Then
The whole thing is zero.
Then delta S of surrounding is zero.
delta surrounding is zero. Delta system, can you say zero? No.
That has to be positive.
So try. How much is the value?
But then
Can you comment
here,
about du? थोड़ा सोचो कर पाओगे कुछ भी नई information नहीं whatever you know based on that you can
Then
solve
U
it.
is also zero.
then
So what is the answer for delta system surrounding and think deeply you'll get the answer थोड़ा सा सोच लो
but then delta surrounding also will be zero because
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
right.
heat exchange. But then both of them can't be zero because it's
irreversible correct so delta system is what
that
so
also.
do we have the end conditions
Say, yeah.
we have end conditions what are the end conditions T1 T2 are same or different
Different, but
you said delta is zero you said delta is zero
Yeah.
so T1 T2 are same
Yeah.
you said delta is zero
uh,
you said dw is zero delta sorry w is zero
Yeah.
you said q is also zero
Okay.
so अब सोचो कि आपका T1 T2 तो same हो गया so what is our general formula
So then it'll be NR.
Ah.
It's for the it'll become isothermal. So then we get NR
yeah,
and
NR
then
and
V2
V2
by
by
V1.
V1.
So what is the answer?
V2 by. Wait, but that's also
V2 by V1 is V1 by V2.
So what is the answer?
16, like minus
NR and then
that's
16.
16.
And what is
Which is
LN16?
4 ln2.
4R LN2.
4R.
Very good. So your answer for the last phase will become 4R LN2. Okay.
Okay.
So it will look like this. Good. Smart बच्चे आपको इधर ही है नोट कर लीजिए 4R LN2 0 and 4R LN2 are your answers. Clear? Universe is 4R LN2, surrounding is 0, system is this. Expansion में clear हो गया? Any problems, any issues, any difficulty, you may ask.
Sir, delta U is 0. So why did you say T1 equals
Delta U is NCV delta D.
Yeah. Oh,
So
Delta D is 0, T1 is T2.
yeah. Okay.
समझा पूरा? So पहला term 0 हो गया, NCV LN2 by T1 में NCV LN2 by T1 0 हो गया. What is the remaining? 4R LN2. That's the answer. Alright. So this is about adiabatic process. Okay. So other batch we have done this much only. Now we'll do something in terms of question practice.
So is it over the chapter?
No.
How much is that?
Plenty of. Thermochemistry is also there. Thermochemistry is also a portion, right? So thermodynamics and thermochemistry. So the last question you missed. Last question work done is 0. Q is 0.
The du is 0.
So delta U is 0.
Delta
Delta is 0 means?
zero.
No,
Delta T is 0.
no, over here, so like if
Is
delta
वो
U
ज़्यादा
is 0,
fast.
Five.
if delta U is 0, then no temperature change. So T1 by T2 is 1. So then ln 1, this entire thing will become 0. And then you only have this part left. And then since no temperature change, it will be NR ln 16. Only because this is 1, right?
Correct.
T, right? That's 4 R ln 2.
अच्छा तो याद है. Good. 4R ln2 is the answer. चलो कुछ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं. कोई प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. एडियाबैटिक एंट्रोपीज इन सब के क्वेश्चंस पे.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, how long will this chapter go for?
अब आपके एग्जाम के पहले खत्म हो जाएगा. एग्जाम कब है आपका? 16, 17.
17th of
First exam scan.
no.
Yeah,
Answer this question.
yeah.
Physics is on 19.
Can this first?
Oh yeah, okay. Enthalpy.
Answer नहीं किया but you can try. Enthalpy of vaporization of liquid is given. Entropy of vaporization is given. Boiling point of the liquid is given.
Enthalpy
Delta H.
is equal to U plus delta PV.
Okay. It's delta U plus delta BV. वैसे भी इसको आपने किया नहीं तो इसको छोड़ दो. अभी थोड़ा इसको पढ़ाना है. Then you can try it. Wait.
Yeah, share.
Because half-heartedly it will lose point. Right? They're not done that concept. So जबरदस्ती impose नहीं करना चाहता है. ठीक है समझ लिया आपको. Do it आराम से. This you can answer. JEE Advanced 2014 का क्वेश्चन. वाटर लिक्विड वाटर वेपर में जा रहा है. टेम्परेचर है 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस. प्रेशर है 1 एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. अब बताओ क्या होगा. 1 atmospheric pressure 100 degrees Celsius shows it is equilibrium, because water boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius only. So what's the answer?
Yeah.
Delta system is more than 0, delta surrounding is more than 0, delta system is more than 0. It's the first. Why A?
System is
No, system will decrease. Yeah, B.
No, but
Because
when you go
system-
from liquid to gas,
Yeah, but
entropy
you're
increases,
supplying-
no?
You're
Yeah.
supplying
We
heat
wrote
from
that
the
on the
surroundings to the system. System will increase, surrounding will decrease.
Correct, but it's not reversible. So that means
So yeah,
universe won't be entropy of
Yeah.
universe won't be
Yeah.
0.
it won't be 0, but it will be constant.
Yeah.
System can be higher than surrounding also, no? System can increase, surrounding can decrease.
So correct, but you're supplying heat. So some heat from the surroundings will go to the system.
Hmm.
Right. So that's why, and when you go from liquid to gas, entropy of system will increase.
Hmm.
And since it's irreversible, entropy of universe can't be 0.
Hmm.
So that's why if entropy of system is positive, entropy of surroundings can't be negative.
No, that is why I'm asking. Why?
So because if it's negative, or it can be,
It
then
can be plus 2
equal.
minus 1 scenario, no?
Yeah.
It can be plus 2 minus 1
Okay.
plus 1. So थोड़ा सोचो दिमाग लगाओ. Delta surrounding की definition मैंने क्या दी थी? Minus Q upon T. Apply that. Minus Q upon T. So what is the heat exchange with surrounding? You have taken heat or not?
Take
You have taken heat. So what is minus Q?
So minus. That will be negative.
Minus of minus.
Huh, so what is the final answer? Now sum up the final answer. Which one you want?
B.
B.
सभी लोग B पे आ रहे हैं? अक्षय, आदित्य, क्या बात है? Congratulations. JEE Advanced 2014 का क्वेश्चन पे सॉल्व कर लिया.
So
एक ही
they
क्लास
give
में.
this short question.
Is that right? This is actually question of advance. I'm not changing anything. It's actually question of advance. See, that's what I'm saying. Exam is not difficult. If
It's
concepts
the
are how
ranking,
clear,
it's the
that makes it
ranking.
difficult already. No, not ranking even. How good you know the concepts. Because what you feel is very simple is very difficult for a good number of students. Because they don't know these things in the right way.
delta S of system is minus Q by T.
Delta surrounding is minus Q by T. Delta system, DS system is dq upon T. For reversible case. इंटीग्रेशन आके डेल्टा सिस्टम निकाल सकते हैं.
For isothermal, it's
Hmm.
DS upon T. Otherwise, it's the general formula.
No, dq upon T.
Yeah, DQ.
DS is dq upon T is a general formula. DS system
Yeah,
is dq reversible upon T is a general formula. कहीं भी लगाओ, कभी गलत नहीं होगा. Try. JEE Advanced 2016 देखो 14 में क्वेश्चन है, 16 में फिर से एंट्रोपी पे क्वेश्चन है, और एडवांस में क्वेश्चन तो 4 नंबर का क्वेश्चन होगा, एटलीस्ट 4 मार्क्स. Right? One mole of ideal gas at 300 Kelvin in thermal contact with surrounding expands isothermally from 1 liter to 2 liter against a constant pressure. Against a constant pressure. Very important line. If constant pressure comes, is it reversible or irreversible? So constant pressure. Irreversible. Constant pressure में क्या होगा? Outside 1 atmosphere आप balance ही नहीं कर रहे हो point पे. So how is it quasi-static? Constant pressure means irreversible. अच्छा जी, तो P external कितना दिया है? 3 atmosphere. V2 given है 2. V1 है 1. वर्क डन निकाल लोगे. Change in entropy of surrounding पूछा हुआ है आपसे. Delta surrounding is what? Minus Q upon T. Q का वैल्यू कितना होता है? Delta U plus W. Sorry, delta U is Q plus W. Okay, so Q is what? Minus W. Minus W रखो. आंसर निकालो फटाफट. तो एक मिनट का क्वेश्चन है. Try.
So I think you can tell from the option.
No. Please try. बहुत शॉर्टकट चलना चाहते हो. कुछ तो लिख लो. Don't copy the question. Just solve. Give me the answer. Advanced 16 का question. 14 के बाद 16 भी आप कर लोगे. Anybody?
So LN2. LN2.
चाहिए रेंडो.
From the formula it's coming minus NR
माइनस एक्सटर्नल V2 माइनस V1. उसमें तो इंटीग्रेशन एलन आ ही नहीं रहा कहीं पे.
Q is equal to 3.
3 by T. Sorry, Q is equal to
3.
minus 3.
What is minus 3 unit? You look at the units. Your answer is delta surrounding is in joule per Kelvin. So आपका आंसर इसमें एटमॉस्फेयर लीटर में 1 लीटर एटमॉस्फेयर सामने जूल्स नीचे की मैंने 101 होनी चाहिए.
Yeah, but no, I'm surprised we didn't do it in school.
We did enthalpy.
एंथैल्पी भी करेंगे हम.
So no, we only did enthalpy in
For like 10 in classes enthalpy.
Yeah.
We'll do it 2 class, but you can solve any question of advance. 2 maximum 3 classes with practice and interview. ज़्यादा नीचे आने वाली है. This is the major difficult question which is already over. Enthalpy is very simple question. वो तो फटाफट कर लोगे आप. उसमें कोई टाइम नहीं लगेगा.
We already did enthalpy H equals U plus P1.
No time.
No.
There are like various
There's
types of
different types of enthalpy.
एंथैल्पी वाले क्वेश्चंस हैं काफी सारे. आप देख लो सब एंथैल्पी पे हैं. ये सब करने हैं आपको. ये कर चुके हैं. ये कर चुके हैं. ट्राई 2002 5 मार्क. इसको आराम से करना. अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. गिव सम टाइम. टेक सम टाइम. डू इट प्रॉपर्ली. आराम से एकदम.
So what's perfect?
Ideal. Okay. 2 moles of RT gas undergo the following processes. Number 1, a reversible isobaric expansion from 1 to 120 liter to 140 liter. So you can draw PV diagram. If you draw PV diagram, how will it go? 120 liter to 140 liter. That means left to right, parallel to the V axis.
It's a horizontal line.
Horizontal line parallel to V axis. Draw PV diagram and show point 1 and point 2. Then a reversible isoporic change of state from 1 atmosphere 40 liter to 0.5 atmosphere 40 liter. That means 40 liter वाली line पे आपको नीचे आना है. Check the second one. So you are coming downwards for the next process. Show the first one. Good, good. So show process it. So from this point to this point is A. From this point to 0.5 is B. The B part. Reversible isoporic change. And the next is a reversible isothermal compression from 0.140 to 120. 120 is a starting point. So how will it look like? The whole thing? Actually, ऐसा ग्राफ बनना चाहिए आपका.
It will come straight down.
This, down, and this. ऐसा बन रहा है?
Yeah.
Check कर. ये A हो गया.
So
ये B हो गया इसका.
why is it a curve?
Look at the C part.
Why is she a curve?
Reversible isothermal. Isothermal कैसा
Isothermal
बनता है?
Both pressure and volume are changing.
Isothermal graph is how?
The
Isothermal.
temperature is gone.
And temperature is same.
Yeah.
Okay. Understand? First, A is clear. This first is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Reversible isoporic. Volume is same.
Hmm.
On the same volume, you're coming from 1 to 0.5. So come from here, go to 0.5.